Hey guys, welcome to Outlaw Edge. So there's a quick project in the shop that we're gonna try to bust out, and I brought it in here because I need to write down a bunch of stuff that it needs as far as parts and whatever. But I'll flip the camera around in a minute and show you. And this truck has been sitting since 1997, and I'm gonna see if it runs. So it's been, what, 25 years? This thing hasn't moved out in the woods of Minnesota. So figure I'd share with you guys, but I'll flip the camera around and show you what we got. So this is a bone stock, all original 1957 International. It's an S20 model. Got a beautiful patina on it. You can see all the moss growing on it from sitting for so many years. And I got a kick out of the way they did the beds back then. International Harvester, they put another bed on top of the, like a shorter bed on top of the tall bed to give you more room in the bed. And then they had, or maybe this wasn't even, this is something that somebody made, I'm not sure. But they used to have tailgates that would go across here, and it would have like a little chute that you could open and, have a dump bed on here to, on a lot of the trucks so that they could dump grain or whatever. I use the tire here to carefully push it inside the shop. But I got a kick out of the old tires, and they got the snow chains on them. So obviously years ago, they drive this thing around with the snow chains, buzzing around Minnesota. It's a cute little truck though. And this is the one that has the hoods that open up this way and this way. I haven't even opened the hood yet, but I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So, but I'm going through writing a list of stuff down, what I need, to get it running and whatever. And obviously, the owner has the gas tank out, so we're gonna get a new gas tank for it, get that installed, put new fuel lines and stuff in here. Or if the fuel lines are okay, which I'm not sure if they are, we'll clean them out, make it run, whatever. But hopefully it runs, and that's why I'm doing the video. We're gonna do a will it run video. It's been sitting for 25 years, we'll see what happens. Sweet. So it's got an inline 6 overhead valve. The earlier ones had, I might be wrong on this one, but I think the earlier ones had like the Hercules style flathead 6. But we'll check it out. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull this hood all the way off. And this is what I was talking about with the hoods. They open this way, so it comes up like this, or it opens the opposite way. There's actually a latch over there on this side too. So here's the other side. So I'll go ahead and pop this one. I'll get this hood out of the way, and then I'll be able to pull the battery out. And then I wanna disconnect the line that went to the fuel tank, which obviously the owner already did that, I suppose. But just so it's not pumping from, anywhere from back there, so it's getting junk into the motor. But I'll have to hook up a line to the fuel pump, and I'll run some fuel line out here into a gas can on the ground. And then, I'll check the oil and pull the air cleaner off, hook up a new battery, and go from there and see what this thing does, So off camera, I pulled the hood off. Real simple, just push on that lever and it pops this side too, and I just grabbed the hood and stuck it down here so it's out of the way, so it's safe. And that way it doesn't get knocked over or whatever, damaged. So obviously this is a 6-volt system. I don't know if you can see that on camera. It says negative right there, positive here, 6-volt battery. Positive is going that way, and the negative is, or is that positive? Hell, I don't know. Yeah, it's negative, so it's a, now I'm thinking this is positive ground, but I don't know. But I'll have to check it out. But being that it's a 6-volt, I can put a 12-volt battery in here, and it's just gonna turn over the starter a little bit faster. And we'll see if this thing will turn over, you know? Trying to turn over the fan, and you know, I don't know if this motor's locked up or whatever, because this kind of worried me. This was off, the wing nut for the air cleaner, but you can see all that water, but that's going right down inside the motor. So hopefully there's no water in here in the motor. We'll see what happens. Oh, the oil looks decent. Out there. So we'll go from there. So I pulled the 6-volt battery out, dropped a 12-volt battery in there. It is negative to negative and positive positive, so it's negative ground. And you know, like I said, the 12-volt battery will help it turn over a little bit. I don't know if this motor will turn over though, because like I said, there's a lot of water that it looked like it was going down the carb. I'm not sure yet. That was on the air cleaner. And then right here, you can see all the water that was coming, I guess through the hood, I'm not sure. Or it may have been coming from like right there and dripping down onto the valve cover and was sitting right here. Well, let's see if it'll turn over. Let's see if we got everything out of the way. I don't have any gas hooked up to it yet, but oh, got lights. Oh shoot. That would have been bad. Make sure it's in neutral because this is a 3-speed or whatever. So granny 4-speed, I guess. Oh damn, that scared me. Hey. Sweet. Whoops. Broke my neck. Oh, it turns over nice. So I just figured out I gotta bolt that on. I was gonna step on that to step in here to turn the key on, but well, that's good news. Turns over really nice. I tried turning over by hand. I couldn't get the motor to turn over. Excuse me. So if you're doing this, you gotta be careful. Don't do it when it's turning over. Obviously, it'll blow up in your face. But I'm gonna spray a little bit of this in there. I'll set up the tripod though. And the other thing that drives me nuts is when people sit stuff on cars, fenders, and whatever. That's why I set it in here. You know, where you don't sit tools and stuff on there. You know, even if it is patinaed, it doesn't matter. You gotta take pride in somebody's stuff. It's not your stuff, so take care of it. But anyways, I'm gonna try the ether. And if it doesn't work, I'll fill up the bowl with gas to see if it'll fire. It helps if you turn the camera on. so it doesn't look like it's gonna fire like that. So what I'll do is I'll check the spark plugs, and the next thing I'm gonna do is I'll make sure there's, at the coil, make sure there's power, and I'll pop the distributor cap off, make sure the points aren't all gummed up or nasty or whatever. Make sure the points are working or whatever. And then if I can get spark, because I haven't even checked for spark, I didn't realize it was going to turn over that easy, so it was like, wow. But yeah, as long as it has spark, gas, compression, it'll run. So I go to check the distributor cap. It looks like it's newish. But I go to check the distributor cap, and these are your little clips that are, where's the other one at? Over here. Oh, that one's broke off. So I gotta get one of those. But yeah, I thought it was just sitting on there, but I guess that because that clip is broken, it wasn't sitting on there correctly. Oh, sorry about the crappy camera work. But anyways, the cap was just sitting like this, so it was just kind of moving around. And when I popped this one off, it just fell off. So I'll obviously have to get one of those before I can fire this thing up. But I'll see if I can, I don't know, zip tie it or something temporary just to make the thing run. And then once it's running, I'll fix it properly. Ouch. So I temporarily zip tied that on just to see if it will fire. I mean, the cap was just sitting there. That's why it wasn't firing in the first place, or I'm assuming. And then everything else looks good. But like I said, I'll fix that if we can get this thing to start. I'll put some more clips on that distributor later. Oh, now I gotta charge up that battery. All right, it's day 2. I got to mess around with this thing only for about an hour and a half or so yesterday. And then today, I had this distributor cap zip tied on there, and I poured some gas into this tube right here, which fills your bowl in your carburetor, and it still wouldn't fire. So I checked for spark and nothing. And I realized, I don't know if I can get my camera close enough, but right here, I don't know if you can see that gap between the points. It's just way too much for it to fire. That's a huge gap. I have the rotor in my hand. It's in good condition. There's a set of points that were on the seat and a condenser. So the other thing I noticed is there's power on both sides of the coil. So we have a problem there. I want to change that condenser and points. I'm gonna file them real quick first and see if it does any difference and adjust them. And on this, it should be like 17 with a feeler gauge. So I'll adjust it up to 17. Like right now, it's just way too wide, so it can't jump across. The points can't spark, in other words, which means it won't fire. But I don't think there's any fire at that distributor, any power at the distributor. So I will either hot wire this or whatever, and we'll figure out if the coil's bad or whatever. We'll go from there. If it has tits or wheels, it'll give you problems. Just saying. Starter just went out. So turn the starter over 4 or 5 times, and then it just started click, click, click. Tapped on it, checked the connections and stuff, and nothing. So now I got to pull that starter out. Oh, damn, man, I was on a roll too. I was hoping to get this thing running today, but now it looks like I'll get the starter pulled out and see what's wrong with it. It might just be stuck. This thing's been sitting in a field for 25 years, and everything is rusty and crusty and dry. So maybe I could lube something to make it where it's, the solenoid's kicking in and out. And right now it's not even, the starter won't even turn over. So I'll get it on the bench, clean it up, check everything on the starter, and bench test it. Might have to order a starter or have this one rebuilt. I don't know yet, but we'll go from there. And before I do anything to the truck, though, I want to make sure it runs. So I want to make sure the starter's going to turn it over and, change the coil, condenser, and points and all that, whatever I need to do a compression test on it and everything. The motor acts like it's turning over great. Everything feels good. I don't hear no clanking and banging and whatever. So if we can get a starter and start this thing up, we'll be able to check it out. And then from there, do the brakes and whatever else needs to be done. possibly the radiator. I'm not sure yet. You know, I'd like to test the radiator, make sure it's not leaking, check, you know, water pump, belts, hoses, all that kind of stuff. But anyways, I guess I'll cut it from here, and maybe I'll do like a part 2 video because I'm kind of stuck now. So we'll see what happens on part 2. Thanks for watching. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you get a chance, please go check out our other YouTube channels. That's Iron Outlaws and NZMOPAR Outlaw Customs and Iron Horse Garage. And there's a new channel on YouTube. He must have just started this channel. Absolutely love this guy. He's doing a great job. I think his lady's the one that's filming it and editing it and doing all that. But he's got a really good channel, building hot rods in California. And you guys got to go check him out and tell him Arco sent you over to his channel. But his channel is Grizz's Garage, Grizzs, Grizz's Garage. And go check out Grizz's Garage on YouTube, and you know, give him a sub and a like and hit the bell and all that stuff so you guys know his next video is coming out or whatever. You guys won't miss out. I mean, you'll really like his channel. He's got some good stuff on there. But I'll see you on the next video with this truck or one of the other projects, and I'll put this up as a part 2 when I start messing around with getting it running again. But a lot of stuff going on in the shop. I'll talk to you guys later. Please subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. Later.